Explorers of the 16th century to the British merchant marines of the 18th century, Europeans who visited Patagonia returned with mysterious stories of having seen giants. Hi, I'm Josh Bernstein. I've come here to Patagonia, the southernmost region of South America, to explore the connection between this land and the historical accounts of giants.
Patagonia is a massive region that includes both Argentina and Chile. This is a land of extremes, inviting and intimidating at the same time, with majestic mountains and expansive drylands, rugged glaciers and windswept lakes. Everything about Patagonia is epic, even its stories. Today, they include the ultimate in outsized tales. This is home to a Bigfoot so big, it's like the supersized version of North America's Sasquatch. For hundreds of years, some of the greatest maritime explorers in the world, historical luminaries like Ferdinand Magellan and Sir Francis Drake, reported seeing giants that were nearly twice the height of even the tallest explorers. But could these stories really be true?
Thank you.
To find out, I'm meeting Dr. Pepe Perez Golan at the Museum of Anthropology in Buenos Aires, where he wants to show me the earliest records of giant sightings.
Yeah. You have a collection here.
Yes, we have books here, and we have maps, old maps.
Things that the explorers may have had when they were searching for giants here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, look at this.
Go ahead.
Wow. What a great room. So where did all the accounts of giants begin?
It begins with Magellan in 1520s. And Magellan had a guy that kept the diary. And here we have in the diary, it says May the 19th, 1520. And it says, one giant. It has been 2 months since the last time we seen an inhabitant of this country. One day, when we didn't expect him, a man with a great figure came before us. He was standing on the sand, almost naked, and he sang and danced, and he threw dust on his head.
Wow, so this is the first account of giants. May 19th, 1520.
Yeah, that's right.
And after that, there were more accounts.
There were more things. We have here a newspaper from England, and they also talk about giants.
1766.
That's right. And we have here a book published here in Argentina, and you have here the engravings about the giants, and you can see this huge guy with a fur cape.
Oh wow, look, it's much bigger than a person.
Yeah.
Huge.
It's almost a third bigger than a European. And you have here the same proportion. Here you see the Patagones sitting there, and the British are...
They're almost as tall as a man even when they're sitting.
Yeah, that's right.
So these explorers who are seeing these giants, these are not just like dime store novelists. These are real explorers.
No, they're explorers and they're scientists, and they were trying to describe what they saw.
The number of eyewitness accounts describing these giants is astonishing, and the descriptions of these giants draped in fur are remarkable. One of the sailors put it this way.
Some of them are certainly 9 feet, if they do not exceed it. The Commodore could but just reach the top of one of their heads, which he attempted on tiptoe. They are prodigious, svelte, and as well and proportionally made as ever I saw people in my life.
Then they found also these huge bones.
Giant bones.
That's what they thought.
In 1616, Dutch explorers Jacob Lemaire and Willem Schouten described stumbling upon a pair of skeletons more than 9 feet tall at Port Desire. They left the bones where they found them, but their descriptions convinced people that these belonged to some gargantuan race of humans. With so many credible sources sending back these testimonies, the accounts of giants became accepted as fact. So much so that even modern mapmakers began to redraw the maps of the region based on these stories.
And here you can see the region of the giants.
Land of giants.
The land of giants in Patagonia. And they call them Patagones because they saw this huge footprints. Patagon means the big foot.
Sorry, the word Patagonia itself means big feet?
It does.
Who knew? Okay.
You have this British map, and now it's called Patagonia. And here you can see also in French.
Yeah, the Patagons.
Here are the Patagons.
See, I thought that it was just sort of a myth.
No.
But these are reputable people saying there are
they were.
giants here. They made maps that said there are giants here. I haven't seen that for other giants. I don't see any maps saying like Sasquatch lives here or Yeti lives there. But here it's like giants, giants, giants.
The evidence is compelling. Were they a race of giant men? Just who were these remarkable beings?
If the indigenous population of Patagonia were giants, one might expect to find some record of that in the native culture here today. To explore that theory, I'm heading to the Chilean side of Patagonia to meet a physical anthropologist. Let's see what he has to say. Buenos días. Vamos a Chile.
I'm flying south into Chile to Punta Arenas, near the famous Straits of Magellan, to meet Dr. Mario Castro. He's a physical anthropologist, someone who studies the remains of ancient cultures. He tells me that the natives I'm interested in are called the Tehuelche. And since they no longer exist, all we're left to examine are their remains.
And we're going to take this one, which is a skeleton from a Tehuelche. So you can see the size of a Tehuelche.
Anthropologists have dated the remains in this box and have found that this man lived around the same time that the explorers were here. So we're going right to the source.
The common name
The skull looks relatively normal, maybe a little big. But it's the spine that surprises me. It looks much bigger than I expected. And so does the jaw. This looks promising. Mario is an expert on skeletal morphology, the study of the shape of skeletons. The prominent and protruding eyebrows on this skull, he says, suggest that this person had unusually strong features.
So the amount of bone you're seeing here is significant.
It's significant. Compared to other groups, these were a lot more robust.
Perhaps their heavy brows and square jaws would have set them apart from the explorers and made them seem otherworldly. But that's not all.
Because they were very tall people, the Tehuelches on average were between 178 and 180 centimeters tall.
So
that's close to 6 feet
here
on average.
Okay.
But compared to other native groups from South America, they were very tall indeed, and very robust.
Okay. And the whole body is sort of this more sturdy, robust, upgraded features.
Yeah.
The natives in this region, the indigenous population, other than the Tehuelche, were how tall?
5'5", 5'6".
So everyone else in this
It's
region
much shorter.
is around here.
Yeah.
Mario explains that the Spanish explorers were also the same height, rarely taller than 5'6".
Giants.
So if I saw someone
Yep.
who was this much taller than I am,
Yep.
right? I wouldn't call that person a giant. I'd say, okay, it's a tall person.
Yep.
But that's not a giant.
But if you look at the minds of the people at the time, these individuals had not watched TV, and when they come down and they see these tall individuals, which were not as equal as them in terms of the skin color, in terms of all the facial traits and their robusticity, they look at them as giants.
Interesting. So there may be some cultural interpretation going on.
Absolutely.
Traveling to mysterious lands would have been daunting, or unnerving at the very least. And when they saw these tall people with such different features, or their skeletal remains, the explorers could have reasonably concluded that they were in the company of giants.
But the stories of these giants is like these massive 9-foot-tall, hairy men, like these fur-covered men. Where does this story of these giant furry men come from?
They did wear these big capes. When these people were wearing the cape, they looked much bigger, much stronger, much more robust compared to other individuals.
Is that one there?
Yes, we have a fur cape, and if you look at the size, the length of this cape,
it's huge.
And this is a big one.
This is one cape. Oh my God.
This is one cape for one individual.
The natives may have been no taller than me, but draped in these huge fur capes, they probably seemed larger than life to the explorers. It's not hard to imagine why the explorers thought of these people as giants. But here's the strange thing. Apparently, the stories didn't start with the European explorers. The natives themselves had stories of giants, but their giants were not human.
So,
Mario tells me that the famous gauchos of Patagonia know all about these tales today. They're of colonial and Indian descent and still carry on many of the traditions passed down from the natives. Traditions like the boleadoras.
these are boleadoras, the so-called boleadoras that were used in Patagonia by the Tehuelches. This was used for hunting.
Oh, I've seen it. This is the three balls that you throw over your head.
Exactly.
So since I can't talk to the Tehuelche today, because they're just no longer here,
Yes,
maybe the gauchos could tell me more about these giants.
absolutely. They probably know legends or myths about the giants.
Wow, sounds like I've got to go find me some gauchos.
The belief that giants lived in Patagonia was so pervasive that early maps were commonly labeled Regio Gigantum, Land of Giants. I've seen evidence of an extraordinarily robust people who gave the explorers reason to think that giants existed here. But it's the native legends that could hold the key to the bizarre Bigfoot stories of South America. Now I'm crossing the border once again to go to the outskirts of Buenos Aires to meet some gauchos and learn more about the legendary giants of Patagonia.
The word gaucho means nomad or orphan, basically somebody without attachment. Today, the gauchos are still nomads in spirit, moving across the ranges as the cowboys of Argentina. I'm hoping that their connection with the people of the past can tell me more about the legends and stories of giants. Pleasure to meet you. This horse likes to run. So you guys are doing what?
Herding the cattle.
Herding the cattle.
Yeah.
Can I help?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I've seen the bolas that the Tehuelche used to hunt animals. These handmade weapons were unique to the Indians of the region. Over the centuries, the gauchos learned to use the bolas too. It's a skill they've passed down through the generations. Could the Bigfoot stories of the natives have been passed down along with them?
Move along, little doggies. We stop here?
Yeah, we stop here.
Good job. All right. Sergio, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Adolfo?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
So I came for these. Boleadoras.
The boleadoras. We are going to show you how to use them.
We should go far away from the animals.
Okay.
Just so it's safe. You can teach me how. You're the boleadora master.
Okay.
We don't want to hurt any animals, so the gauchos have recruited another type of prey.
We want to
All right.
introduce you to paisa.
Bolas can be pretty dangerous. So Paisa has wrapped protective padding around his legs.
Good luck, Paisa. Ready? Okay, we better back up. Good.
Swung overhead in a whirling motion and thrown with precision, the boleadoras wrap around the legs of the prey, in this case, Paisa.
You got him. Nice shot. You're okay? Good. Nice. Congratulations. You survived. Wow. Look at that. Okay. My turn? Can I try?
Yeah, you
Show me how?
can try. Yeah.
I'm not as skilled as Sergio. I can't bring myself to swing the bolas at our victim here. So, I pick a bush.
Like this. It was close. It was close. I want to do it again.
This method of using boleadoras was unique to the natives of Patagonia.
A key? No, straight.
While the gauchos today have some European